Welcome back to the Goodwill Games in Moscow. Here in the Soviet Union, there's about 2 million team handball players. We've got maybe 1,000 combined with, if you count our club players in the United States. So it's remarkable that the U.S. had been so impressive here. The American team maturing. They clinched the medal on Monday. They played the Soviets brilliantly in losing later in the week. And tonight, they went up against a very strong team from Poland. Let's pick up the action. The U.S. playing, trying to get a silver medal here. Trailing Poland late, 20-18. Let's go to Druzhba and for the call, Craig Sager and Dr. Peter Buning.
7 minutes to play in the game. The United States is trailing 20-18. Poland has scored 2 goals in a row. The U.S. has been able to come from behind most of the day, but they're going to have to do it again here in the minutes of the game. The U.S. needing a victory for the silver medal. Djokovic to Goss. Into McVeigh. His shot is blocked by Goliath, tipped up by Goss and controlled by Goliath. Poland with the ball and a 2-goal lead, 6:40 to play. Looks like a rough day so far for Garcia Javier, and he's not even playing.
He's not too happy right now with the execution of our players.
Every time they get back within a goal or tie it, Poland is able to come out again and build up a 2 or 3 goal lead. As Anchek to Zubiet to Playhots. Playhots drops it in. And we're going to have a foul called on Joe Story.
He was hoping for a penalty call there, but it was clearly not warranted.
It's Poland 20, United States 18, 6 minutes to play. The U.S. down by 2 goals and a bid for a silver medal. The pass is dropped in. Kessler gets it. A fast break for Marava. Marava by himself. Takes the shot. It's good. Greg Marava gets the goal, and we're also going to have a 2-minute penalty coming up against number 7, Playhots. Greg Marava with a breakaway for the United States.
Excellent. Greg is going down court, being fouled here. He retains possession, and the ball trickles into the goal.
Alan Schneeberger will take the penalty shot. And Schneeberger puts it in, so Schneeberger scores for the U.S.
After 4 for 4 by Joe Story, Schneeberger keeps up the pace on the penalty shooting for the U.S. and we were 1 goal of being tied again.
The goal by Marava did not count. The whistle had blown. And so Schneeberger came in and scored. Poland with the ball. Poland with a man disadvantage.
At 5:19 left in a half in the game.
It's Poland 20, the United States 19. Final 5 minutes of the game. The U.S. has been fighting from behind. On the bench for Poland, number 7, Zygmunt Playhots. He is serving a 2-minute penalty. The U.S. has a man advantage. But they do not have the advantage when it comes to the score, and they have not had the advantage for most of the day, Peter.
The best we have done so far is, I guess, just tied, right? We have not been in the lead.
Now, at one point, they did take a 1-goal lead, but that was way back in the first half. They've been behind this entire second half. Poland with the ball in the corner to Skalski. Skalski drops it off to Zubia. Zubia tied up by Goss, drops into the circle runner Banovich, and he too is tied up. And they call it delay of games, and now Marava gets it for the U.S. in a quick fast break. And we are going to have a 2-minute penalty coming up against Poland. Number 2, Sixer Banovich, and isn't he gone for the game?
Yes, he's gone for the game, and this was a very good call by the referees because the moment the whistle blows, you have to release the ball. This is unsportsmanlike conduct to hold the ball, automatic 2-minute penalty, and a tremendous advantage, tremendous break for the U.S. team. We are 6 against 4, and if the U.S. team has not done anything poorly today. It's just they have not executed on their power plays.
The United States will have a 2-man advantage for portions of the next minute, but then they will have the advantage for the rest of the game as going to the locker room as Urbanovich. Urbanovich is expelled from the game for having 3 2-minute penalties. The U.S. with the ball and a big advantage, but they are trailing 20-19. The pass goes into Story. The shot is blocked by Goliath. Garcia Javier, the U.S. coach, setting up the play. Now it goes to McVeigh. His shot is blocked by Goliath. We are seeing unbelievable goaltending. U.S. brings it back again. Let's see if he can block it again. Story tries, and he's blocked again. 3 shots in a row on goal, blocked by Goliath. Poland remains the lead, 20-19, and a big ovation from this crowd.
This is unbelievable. 3 well-executed shots. But better yet, better action yet by the goalie.
And the United States now has just a man advantage. The penalty is over to Playhots. But gone for the game is Zervanovich, and he will not be able to be substituted for in these final 3 minutes and 34 seconds. The U.S. is down by a goal.
Time has been called. There's a red spot on the floor. Referee will be watching very keenly right now for delay of games or passive play on the part of Poland. Poland must maintain their attack.
The first recorded game in team handball was over a century ago, but they did not start playing real competition until shortly after World War I. Peter, you've seen them play for many, many years. This is the closest the United States has ever been to a medal.
Both in score and also in performance. This is the best U.S. team we have had, and they are playing well within themselves. This is a great team, and it will have better results in the future.
Hoping for the silver medal here. Poland with the ball on top, 20-19. Playhots with the ball in the corner to Sadovi. Back to Playhots. Playhots drops it off. In the corner goes to Skalski. Hit blocked by Kessler. Kessler comes up with a great play, but he throws the ball away. But coming up with it, a loose one, and Poland gets it. Sadovi.
Poland has all the luck right now, but they also have the skill.
Coach Garcia Javier for the United States. Emotionally drained. Just 3 minutes to play in the game. His team is down by a goal. Round to the left-hand side to Skalski. Skalski is tied up, and Poland remains with the ball. They are in no hurry to score whatsoever. They're watching the clock. They have the lead. They have the ball, playing at a man disadvantage. U.S. defense cannot let Poland score here.
They're just doing enough not to lose the ball on passive play, and they're trying to drive in for an opportunity to score.
Just tying up, as you mentioned, the clock continues to roll. 2 minutes, 33 seconds to play in the game. Round to the left-hand side to Skalski. Skalski to Playhots. Playhots to Sabowi. To Playhots. Scott Carlson in for the United States, trying to find some way to get that ball knocked loose. Into the circle runner, and it's shot in the goal. So Poland scores short-handed. Chargé with a goal for Poland.
It's the number 6 man. It just come in. They were playing 15 seconds with 6 men. Reopened their attack, got the ball to the circle runner. And Billy Kessler again didn't have a chance, right through the legs.
The task is a monumental one again for the United States, trailing 21-19, less than 2 minutes to play in the game. Steve Goss to Jakovic. Jakovic with the ball for the U.S. Jakovic takes it, and he has the shot deflected. A whistle is called, and it was knocked off one of the Polish players, so the U.S. will have the ball. The United States needing to score against Goliath. Arava. Cross-court pass to Jakovic. Jakovic, bounce pass to Story. And a whistle. We're going to have a 2-minute penalty coming up against Malushkevich. So the United States.
She said all afternoon, a very, very physical play on the part of the Polish team. I believe that's the third one of Malushkevich as well. No, only the second
was
one.
kicked out of the game, but they were able to bring in a substitute after 2 minutes. This is McVeigh. He is blocked again by Goliath. But we are going to have a penalty shot coming up for the United States. A minute, 10 seconds to play in the game. Tom Schneeberger taking the penalty shot for the United States. He needs to score here. He has to score. And he does it. He hits the crossbar.
Tremendously hard shot. The goal seems all of a sudden to have shrunk.
So close.
Man-to-man defense, full court press by the U.S. team. And he forced a turnover, double dribble.
And finally, they're going to stop the clock with 39 seconds. The U.S. will have the ball. They're down by 2 goals.
And they're up by 1 man. We again playing 6 against 5. And
Steve Goss fires it in. It's deflected off a player from Poland. We have 30 seconds to play. The United States is down by 2 goals. Jakovic to Goss. Goss finds the goal. Goss makes it 21-20. It's so important not only for the United States to win this game, but if they can't win, to keep that score close, because they could still win a medal on goal differentials. 15 seconds to play. Poland with the ball.
Again, a full court press by the U.S.
They bring the goalkeeper. If they can get the ball, they got an open net. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's the end of the game. Poland defeats the United States by the score of 21-20.
So Poland beats the U.S. What a fight the U.S. put up, though. They've won 2, lost 2. A lot of people didn't expect the Americans to be this mature and together, but they sure have. In fact, if Poland upsets the Soviets, a complicated tie-breaking procedure would ensue, and the U.S. could be out of the medal running. However, when Poland goes up against the USSR tomorrow, the Soviets are pronounced favorites to win that game. And if the Soviet Union beats Poland, the United States would clinch a silver medal. So a lot of people didn't expect that, and it looks like a reality now. Coming up tonight on our primetime coverage with Bob.
Been a very pleasant surprise for U.S. fans. As I think we mentioned earlier in our coverage of the Goodwill games, team handball is second in Eastern Europe only to soccer in popularity. It is not very popular in the United States in terms of economic support, financial support. The teams have to really look hard into other sports to even recruit athletes to play team handball. It's kind of a combination of soccer, of basketball, a little bit of the moves that you might see in hockey. It's played on a court like basketball. You run some, dribble some, throw the ball into the goal. You have a goalie much like soccer, just to familiarize you a bit in case you haven't seen it. The United States men's team, in the history of international play at major tournaments, had never won an international medal, and they have qualified for that now. So we thought we would regroup the entire team handball picture and have Craig Sager offer you this report on team handball. Team handball took place really at 2 places. We're going to visit a venue of one of the 2. This is the CSCA. That's the Red Army Sports Complex, is in the northwest area of Moscow. They also played at a place called the Dynamo Stadium. But let's go now for our report on team handball to Craig Sager.
Game 1, the United States holding on to a slim 1-goal lead over Czechoslovakia, 22-21.
These are tense moments.
Tossing the ball. Who won a shot in the goal by Steve Goss.
The goalie never saw the ball, and that salts away the victory for the U.S.
Steve Goss puts it in with 19 seconds to play. The U.S. men with a 2-goal lead. All they have to do is hold on to this lead in the final seconds. What a shot by Steve Goss. Czechoslovakia, though, has time to come back and get a quick score and hope for a turnover and try to have the ball back. Here's a penalty shot coming up against Billy Kessler. And a kick save by Kessler.
The third penalty saved by Billy Kessler.
And that should do it. The United States men with the ball. Greg Marabba looks up, and that's the end of the game. The U.S. men with a major upset here.
Well, it is probably the best game that I've seen our team play. And it bodes very well for the rest of the tournament.
18 seconds to play in the game. The United States up 21-19. And the U.S. has the ball. That's McVeigh over to Buning. Buning coming in. He puts it up, and it's in. So Jimmy Buning scores with 5 seconds to play in the game. That made it 22-19. That's the end of the game. Buning scoring just before the buzzer. The U.S. winning its 2nd game in a row. Victories over Czechoslovakia and now Iceland. Marabba to Jakovic. Jakovic around to the right side to Steve Goss. In the corner to Joe McVeigh. Back to Goss. Goss to Jakovic. Jakovic takes the shot, and it's good! Bob Jakovic scores, and it's now 14-12.
Excellent. Bob Jakovic, the Russians are playing him to pass. They're giving him a little freedom, but Bob takes the ball. They're expecting the pass back, but Bob takes the shot instead and hits the inside left post.
There's Jakovic on the bench having a good time talking to Jimmy Buning.
And the Russian coach probably thinks that his goalie hasn't done such a good job. They put in back the #1 goalie who was very good in the first half.
Well, it's like in baseball, knocking out the pitcher, right? He has to give the United States some confidence. Tushkin drops it off to Vasilov. Back to Tushkin, and his shot is good. Put it in under the feet of Billy Kessler. And that makes it 15-12, the Soviet Union on top. The U.S. with the ball and a big advantage, but they are trailing 20-19. The pass goes into Story. The shot is blocked by Goliath. Garcia Javier, the U.S. coach, setting up the play. Now it goes to McVeigh. His shot is blocked by Goliath. We are seeing unbelievable goaltending. The U.S. brings it back again. They're saving a block it again. Story tries, and he's blocked it again. 3 shots in a goal, blocked by Goliath. Poland remains the lead, 20-19, and a big ovation from this crowd. Lost by the U.S. men to Poland, but not a disappointing tournament. The U.S. men still in the running for a medal, which would be their first ever in world competition.
It has been a great tournament for our team. They have played splendidly, and in spite of the loss, we are in medal contention. We have a bronze medal for sure, and we will have a silver medal unless the Polish team beats the Soviet Union, which is not all that likely.
And you're exactly right, Peter. The score is 25-17. The Soviet Union leading Poland, just over 2 minutes away from a silver medal for the United States.
As this Soviet team has come out playing to win, trying to go undefeated in this tournament. Their backcourt has been working. Their goalies have been outstanding.
There's a goal by Sergei Rybakov. That makes it now 26-17. This is a round-robin tournament. Rybakov gets the goal. The Soviet Union off to a big lead. And obviously having this game in control looks like a Soviet Union gold medal coming up.
And a silver medal for the United States, the first one ever.
The United States has been playing team handball since you introduced it in the country back in '59. Did you ever think it would take this long before the U.S. was competitive in world play?
We certainly hope it wouldn't take that long, but now that we're there, we really are close to the top of the world. Our goals right now are the World Championship in Italy next February, the Pan American Games in August in Indianapolis, and then on to the Olympic Games in '88 in Seoul.
This is Poland with a ball. We mentioned a lot of the players throughout this tournament. Alexander Tushkin, the great one from the Soviet Union. He just turned 21 the other day. Why are our players so much older? Our players like 29, 30 years old.
It takes so long to get experience in handball. Our players started with it before the 1980 Olympic Games. They have there's a veteran crew from the 1984 Games, and quite a few of them are ready to retire to go back to their normal working life. We are looking for players right now, young players, to replace the older ones, and we have a crew working at Colorado Springs, trying to give them international playing experience in the next year to have them ready for the Olympic Games.
These two teams you see right here, these players have been competing. There's a goal by number 9, Andrzej Maluszkiewicz, and that is a great assist by Leslie Zayuba from the Polish team. These guys have been playing this game for most of their lives, whereas our team members usually don't start until after their basketball careers over in college.
Yes, we start trying to pick them up. Most athletes that are good enough to play on our national team are varsity athletes in college, and so we get them after their college career is finished.
That's the end of the game. That goal doesn't count. The final, the Soviet Union winning the gold medal, 26-18, but more importantly, it means a silver medal for the United States, and there's Joe Story at 5'7", receiving the first medal ever for a U.S. athlete in handball.
Joe Story, the team captain, the oldest member of the team, he has been working very hard for this medal.
There's the rest of the team, goalkeeper Rado Shida, and Jimmy Buning, your son. That must be a proud moment for you as the father.
It certainly is.
Of course, you're proud of all these people. You've been working with them for years.
This has been a great team. Every member of the team has been working so hard. They're dedicated athletes. They're thinking nothing but being excellent in handball.
There's Greg Maraba. He was a former great player in high school and college in soccer and track. He made the transition. Scott Carlson as well. A great moment for the United States in handball. This was probably the surprise team, possibly the entire Goodwill Games.
We have surprised the world. The International Handball Federation just is amazed at the sudden rise of the U.S. Handball Federation.
The gold medal, of course, goes to the Soviet Union. The coaching staff from the United States, Javier Garcia Cuesta and Tor Holton. But the big story, the silver medal to the USA.
You know, it kind of makes you wonder. I mean, why does Coors develop their own special boiler? Have their own fleet of refrigerated trucks? They even designed and built their own malt house. Well, there's a saying, when you want it done right, do it yourself. This is right.
No other taste attracts so much attention. Diet Pepsi, you gotta be the most refreshingest invention. See that smile, see that look. Diet Pepsi is all it took. Diet Pepsi, have I mentioned? You gotta be the most refreshingest invention. No other taste attracts so much attention.
We'll return with more Turner Network Television Goodwill Games coverage after this from our local stations.
He's accused of a crime he didn't commit.
Why don't you believe me?
If you're innocent, you've got nothing to be afraid of.
Turn yourself in.
Stranded in a city he doesn't know.
I need your help.
Well, what do you want with me?
You're the only person I know in Los Angeles.
Hunted by a man he's never met. Anthony Michael Hall.
Turn out to be a real hot one.
Out of Bounds. Rated R. Starts Friday, July 25th at select theaters.
You need calcium every day to help keep bone healthy. If you stop drinking milk, a prime source is gone. Add Caltrate to your diet with nature's purest, most concentrated form of calcium. Caltrate, calcium for healthy bone.
Kick athlete's foot for good. Switch to footwork. Footwork does what Mycotin and Desinix can't promise. It not only cures burning, itching athlete's foot, it also prevents its return. Get footwork and kick athlete's foot for good.
Team handball combines the skills of running, passing, jumping, and shooting. And although she has only been playing the game for 3 years, Sam Jones of the United States has become one of the best players in the world.
Sam joined the Olympic program in '83, and her natural athletic ability made her the 5th highest scorer in the Olympic Games in '84 and the leading scorer in the Goodwill Games here in Moscow.
A former basketball player at East Carolina, she is now playing handball in Europe. From Mount Olive, North Carolina, to Leverkusen, West Germany, here's our Goodwill profile.
Handball was something new. I never heard of it before. And when people told me that if I made the national team, the national team would travel a lot to Europe because there are no teams strong enough to play against the national team in America, then I thought, okay, here I have a chance to play something new and to travel and see Europe also. Here it was, I had a chance to travel free. All I had to do was to learn to play handball better. A lot of people don't know about it, but everyone that sees it for the first time, they want to know, what is this? Why can we never see this on television? Or how can I play? How can I join someone's team? I like handball because of the way it's played. Well, handball is pretty physical, but it's just the fact that it's similar to basketball, and basketball was my love, except for now, whereas I was too physical in basketball, I'm not physical enough in handball. And this is a challenge for me, to have to get more physical than I already was. I feel lonely a lot. I have a brother here in Kaiserslautern, and I try to go and visit him too. But even that's not enough to block out this loneliness. I'm missing most of the time in Germany my family and my friend, and then the way we live in America. Most of all, the food. The food is different. Most of the men here, I don't know if it's me or if it's normal, but they take a smile, a friendly smile, and I like to smile as a come and get me sign, or a go for me sign, or make your move. And this in America is normal, but many of the American men know, okay, that's a smile, but what kind of smile? The European women, to me, are more relaxed. The American women have an image to keep up. Everyone wants to look like a millionaire's daughter, or they want to act like a top secretary. And women all over the world, they want to look good. But in Germany, I've seen people, the women here, they wear bigger clothes, baggy clothes. For me to wear the clothes like they wear in Europe, to wear big clothes and feel comfortable is more important. Now, since I've been in Europe, I understand more. I understand a lot of things I didn't understand before because I never took time out to think about it. And since I've been in Europe, I've had time to think about my life a little bit more serious. And I figure if the U.S. team doesn't go to the Olympics in '88, then I would let handball go. I would let sports go overall. I will try and find work. My boyfriend has a little land, and his parents have land, and the way his family is set up, they farm the land together. So I will not be a direct farm wife, but if it comes to that, then I'm sure I would help out on the farms, naturally.
And here in this initial Goodwill game, Sam Jones has showcased her talents to the rest of the world as well.
She has had a great tournament. After 2 years with the U.S. Olympic team, a year playing in Austria, a year playing in Germany, she is now one of the top players in the world, and at this time leading the tournament with 31 goals.
U.S. women close out the competition against West Germany, a team that is excellent, especially in defense.
Yes, it's a very tough team. These girls play every week, real hard. They have a big league, and our girls here will be severely tested, but they have told me this is the game they're really going to hang in there.
Final 3 minutes of the first half. West Germany 6, the United States 6. West Germany with the ball. Platten drops it off out front to Erbs. Erbs into the circle runner.
Oh,
Schmidt.
this was nice defense. It was clean on the ball.
Well, the official disagrees, Peter, and they're going to have a penalty shot coming up for West Germany.
Hope the replay shows it, but maybe we can't see it. Now Leora comes out. Let's see what they...
And the shot is good by Dagmar Stelberg. So West Germany regains the lead with 2 minutes, 24 seconds to play in the first half.
Nice, clean penalty shot. She makes Leora react and then puts it into the lower left-hand corner. Leora doesn't have a chance. A very good shot.
West Germany 7, the United States 6. A little over 2 minutes to play in the first half. Latner to Christoph, to Della Riva, to Kim Clark. Kim Clark back to Della Riva, cross court to Christoph, now to Mo Latner. Della Riva dribbling in the middle to Sam Jones. Sam Jones throws it out to Christoph. And now to Latner. Latner to Christoph. She winds up and fires it off the goalkeeper. Out of bounds, U.S. gets the ball.
It's a pretty tough shot from that angle.
Kim Clark on the corner to Latner. Latner spinning, trying to get away from Pfister, not able to. Brings it out front to Della Riva. Della Riva to Kim Clark. Back to Della Riva. She gets a pick from maybe Gamble, but her shot is too high. A minute and a half to play in the first half. West Germany has the lead 7-6, and the ball. In it goes, and a nice shot by Manuela Schmidt.
We have to, it's quite obvious, we have to avoid the bad shots. The fast break of the West Germans is their only weapon at this time, and they have executed practically every time that they had a chance, except for the good save by Laura Conan on the previous one. Good shooting. I mean, the patient offense is the key to the success of our team here.
Kim Clark takes the shot, it's blocked. And West Germany has the ball. Less than a minute to play in the first half. West Germany has the lead, 8-6. Has the ball as well. The shot is by Stelberg, and it's off target.
Leora came out very nicely and cut down the angle and forced the ball to miss the goal.
U.S. with the ball, 40 seconds to play first half. Needing a goal. They're down by 2, 8-6. Della Riva to Kim Clark. Back to Della Riva. Della Riva to Lisa Christoph. Now to Maureen Latner. Latner drops it off for Christoph. And Klaus Helgren, the coach from the United States, calling out the play. Latner out front to Della Riva to Kim Clark. Clark takes the shot. It is good. Kim Clark scoring for the U.S.
Beautiful shot. Here he says patience pays off. You have to make the defense work. Wait for the open. Wait for the good opportunity, and then put it in. It's 9 seconds to go in the first half.
Wagner with the ball for West Germany. Wagner brings it out front to Erbs. Erbs to Stelberg, now to Wagner. And his shot is not going to count. It was after the buzzer. So the United States cutting the lead down to 1 for West Germany. And at the half, it's West Germany 8, the U.S. 7. But in the second half, it was a different story. The experience of West Germany paid off. Sam Jones of the United States scored the final goal, but it was 19-13 in favor of West Germany. But all in all, Peter, the United States women performed very well.
It was a good tournament for our team. They came here with under a little handicap, missing their #1 goalie and their left backcourt, Cindy Stinger, but they acquitted themselves very well. They got better from game to game. They're going to be practicing in Colorado Springs for the next 2 years, getting ready for these Olympic Games in Seoul, and we're looking forward to having a good team there.
The silver goes to West Germany, the gold to the Soviet Union, and the bronze to Hungary.